Hi, my name is Valerie Soldate. I'm a project manager here at HackOn, and I'd love to show you some of the mobile app product features for our North American market. Let's take a look. Our apps are user-friendly, they're data-driven using your GTFS and GTFS real-time, include continuous improvement to the UI and the UX, and of course, they're accessible for some of your customers who might have seeing impairments. So let's talk trip planning. Your customers just want to get from A to B as quickly as possible, and our app helps them do just that. Let's take a look. We have quite a few features here that help the customer orientate themselves. In this sense, the first tab is our map tab. We can see where we are and stops that might be around us. Or maybe we want to see some favorites or past searches that we've had. Or I can even check to see if there's additional trips that I may have already taken and use those. But let's go ahead and actually plan a trip. Simply to start, I'm going to use my current position because that's probably what I would do in real life. And then for the destination, I might scroll through to see what I've already searched if I want to choose one of those. But of course, I could also enter something that I'm searching for. And here we use our pattern matching to help the customer find the destination they're looking for. Pretty quick. So from here, I might want to change the time or date, and I can do this really simply with the Trip Planner Time Picker. I can then, of course, decide if I maybe need some special options and go into the options menu. Maybe I need or don't want to use specific services based on my needs, or maybe I want to change the walking distance to make sure that it's for me. And of course, you see it in kilometers here, but we can do miles. From here, it's just a simple search, and I get 3 simple trip results. And I can just decide which one I need and click on it. From here, I can see the complete result details. I can open up the sub-menus to see more information that I might need to feel good on my journey. And of course, I'm a visual person, so just clicking on that tab up in the top, I can see how that trip looks on the map, so I can make sure that I'm oriented as the customer. So, quite a lot of really great features, and we have so many more, but let me show you a couple more highlights. Let's talk a little bit about the stop ID search. So many of us use stop IDs to help customers find their stops better. The HackOn Trip Planner does this as well. We can simply enter a stop ID number, 3400 in this case, and we'll see that the Trip Planner is able to find that stop ID and suggest it to the user. From here, a user can simply plan the trip, and they'll know that all of the different trip results that they get have the stop ID at the end, and the stop is correct. Let's take a look at the next feature on our list. As you know, many of us are really interested in map. I'm a visual person. I'm sure you are too. So let's talk about our expandable map and some of the great features that we have to offer here. Our expandable map is a really great feature. The customer just needs to touch the map and it automatically expands. If the customer decides to swipe away, they can use the actual position button at the bottom to snap back to where they actually are on the map. Of course, if they want to see different options for POI information or stops on the map, they can go into this section of the options and toggle these on or off. We also include different map layers, such as the normal Google Map layer or the satellite view, for customers that maybe want something else or need to find something else. Of course, sometimes a customer just wants quick information about what's nearby. Here they can use our expandable departure information by selecting a stop and then, of course, swiping up. When they swipe up, they'll get all the departures coming from that stop so they can quickly see when the next is departing. From here, if they want to just plan a trip, they can go ahead, click the A to use as start on the map, and maybe they're better at finding the destination on the map, so they can then click their ending station, click the B as end, and search. So as you can see, this is a really quick and easy way for a customer to use a map. So let's talk about favorites, because favorites are really important when I'm planning a trip. I want to go to my favorite destinations. I want to go to my favorite spaces. So let's talk about how we do that really quickly in the trip planner. Under the favorites screen in the trip planner, you'll see that we have a lot of the last search locations. These pop up in favorites. You can click on them individually to replace A or B, or simply drag and drop to do a quick trip plan. How cool is that? Trips, and more trips. Let's talk about trips. So what can the customer see? We have a trips tab which allows them to see the past trips that they've already taken. They can add some of these trips to their favorites. They can, of course, remove ones that maybe they don't want to see anymore. And they can, of course, click directly to see trip results for a trip they've already taken. If they want, they can also add that directly as a favorite in this menu. Pretty cool, right? So let's talk about our top 10 features that you should keep in mind when taking a look at our Android and iOS apps. The first is our pattern matching. This allows you to view by stop ID, or you can use your quick history. Our second is our time picker. You can quickly figure out what time or maybe something in the future that you want to depart or arrive by. Our third is, of course, options. You can change options based on what you might need for your individual trip planning. The fourth is we show you 3 really nice trip results, the quickest way with the least number of transfers. The fifth, of course, the result details, which we show much more route information on, foot pathways, intermediate stops, and of course, a lot more. 6, you can view those results on the map simply by clicking that little map button up at the top. 7, the expandable map. As you remember, this was quite a cool feature which allowed the customer to really use a visual view of what's going on around them. Number 8, of course, is also Expandable Map, but the quick departures, which is super useful when I'm trying to figure out what stop should I go to, which bus is departing now. Number 9 on our list is, of course, our favorites, the ability to quickly drag and drop, and of course, find a trip plan as soon as I need to is really useful. And of course, number 10, our trips tab, which helps you save trips that are taken often so that you don't have to do too much input. So I hope you had a great time taking a look at the different features we have in our app, and hopefully you'll get to play around with some of them soon. Have a great day.